Hey guys, welcome back to Tesla Ripple. I made a huge move and bought Bitcoin. I'll give you some reasons why I did that and what I'm looking for in the future. Bitcoin is digital gold. It'll be used as a currency while being an expansive and safe asset that will have 100 times multiplier in the years to come. Bitcoin will end up being a wealth transfer device. I have not changed my prediction from my earlier video. I still believe it'll hold true.
Mayhem. Monster coalition menaces island nation. World-acclaimed scientist saves the day.
It's crazy prediction time. The current bottom of the market, as we know it in the Dow Jones, is 18,592. However, I have a strong belief that it will eventually reach the bottom of 17,300 for the Dow.
You're crazy.
Given the continued rise of the 19, our current economic outlook, we have a laundry list of macroeconomic problems that are bubbling underneath our currently hyperinflated stock market. Because this is still my belief, I made the current changes to the Robinhood portfolio. And I think it'll position me better for the future. Let's get to it. I decided about 2 weeks ago that I was going to sell all my non-Tesla positions in the Robinhood account and take profits. I was up for my purchases around the lows by about $3,000, and then I'll show you what I purchased here, and wanted to take a bigger position in Tesla as I believe they'll be profitable this quarter. And if they are, that'll meet the requirements for the S&P inclusion. If they're able to get into the S&P 500, then institutional investors will buy more heavily, and I believe the value of the stock will rise again. It's not guaranteed, however, I think the chances are pretty good. After selling and taking profits, I started to think a little more clearly about what my next move is going to be and the steps I wanted to take to get my account where it needs to be. I'm looking for this account to be a collection of money for the Cybertruck. I do think that some diversification is good, and I'm trying to maintain that. I looked at what kind of options were available and found Bitcoin. Bitcoin is new to me, and like anything else, anything that's new to you is scary.
I'm so scared.
I started doing some research and finding out what Bitcoin is. I hope this video will connect with fans of Bitcoin and those of you that know what it is and believe in it. I hope you will comment on this video and help me continue my learning process. I enjoy getting new information and new perspective. So if you enjoy this video, please like, share, subscribe, and above all, comment. Let me know what you're thinking and what your opinion is. Now for my understanding of what Bitcoin is. I understand it to be a blockchain computer program that puts a value to a digital number. These numbers are maintained in a system by using computers to answer questions, and the reward for a correct answer is a Bitcoin. The mining will continue this process and be reduced by the program itself by half every 4 years, eventually completely reducing down to no more Bitcoins allowed with a total maximum of 21 million Bitcoins issued. The first strange part of this to me was how was a digital number going to be worth value? But after thinking about it and looking at it through the lens of history, I decided it made sense. We've used many things through history as ways of trading goods, such as commodities like cows or gold coins or pieces of paper with a designated value, to what we're currently doing with electrical devices and transmissions and credit and all of that to conduct purchases. So the answer of the value question is pretty simple. If you believe it has value, then it has value. The second big question for me was, could it be used in real world situations as currency? Was it a hypothetical thing, or was it actually usable? I was surprised to find out that currently there are many different ways of using cryptocurrency, from buying tickets to a game, or purchasing food, or exchanging money from person to person. Each Bitcoin can be broken down into smaller amounts. These are called Satoshis. Having the ability to use the smaller amounts of Bitcoin would mean that you can actually buy a sandwich with the smaller amount and potentially buy a house with the larger amount of Bitcoin. It allows for different amounts of money to be transferred from person to person without having to go through a bank. Now that decentralization of not having to be involved in a bank, that's a huge thing. It's very cool. I was totally unaware of any of these things, and the more I looked at it, the more it made sense to me. I felt like I was in a position where I was willing to try investing in some of it and continuing my education. In a recent video done with Raoul Pal, he broke down this investing strategy, puts about 10% of his wealth into Bitcoin and about 10% into gold. I decided that sounded like a good place to start, so I put about 10% of my total portfolio into the Robinhood account and purchased Bitcoin. I invested roughly $9,400, as you can see, into the Bitcoin Robinhood app. However, I found out a short time later that I hadn't actually bought a Bitcoin. I thought that I was buying one, but with Robinhood, you're investing in the value of the Bitcoin and not the actual asset. So they don't give you the asset to hold. I don't have it. I just have the value. I was frustrated by this and almost sold out of the position to reallocate it back to Tesla. I left it there for now, and I'm under the theory that while I don't own or possess the coin, I do own the value. So if the value goes up, and I think it will, then later I could sell my Robinhood position and move it to Coinbase or one of the other platforms and use the money to actually buy the asset at that point, and then I would own it. I'd love to hear from the Robinhood users if this sounds like a similar strategy to the ones they're employing, or if you think it makes more sense and is there a bigger difference to actually own the coin. Please let me know in the comments what your opinion is. I am hoping that I'll be well positioned to use this money to buy a Cybertruck when it's available, because I have to have a Cybertruck. We are very close to the end of the quarter, and I think Tesla will make a profit this quarter even with the shutdown. They have not made any formal announcements yet, but it does look like Battery Day and the stockholder meeting will both be on the same day, and Elon has said that he believes that could be September 15th. But they're making really good progress with negotiations in Austin for Giga Austin. The most recent comments that they're looking to start building the factory in Q3 looks like that could be on track, and if it is, then that would put us on a good timetable for maybe getting the Cybertruck in mid-21 to the end of 21, somewhere in that time frame. This is very, very exciting news. I'm super excited. I'm super excited to be involved with Tesla, both owning the product and the shares. I do believe they're going to continue to go up as time goes on. With all of that said, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Remember, like, share, comment, and above all, be good to your neighbors. Cheers. I found my Ripple. Go find yours.